Hey, old folks, let's return to the Karen Reed case. Because yesterday, the interviews of the McAlberts, Mr. Proctor, and others was released. The 2024 interviews. Before we watch the Proctor interview, a reminder here. At this point in time, Proctor has had over 2 years to get his story straight. At this point in time, we knew he was a grade A a-hole, but not to the extent we know now. This is material the state have tried to keep hidden. Not anymore. A huge thank you to the Trial Files channel, who has collected these so we can have a look at it. Welcome to the show.
Santa Claus, riding in with the winter laws. Santa Claus, streaming live for the roaring masses. Ho, 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 raise them horns, old Judge King in a crown of thorns. Santa Claus, streaming live for the roaring masses. Santa Claus, Santa Claus, Santa Claus, Santa Claus.
All right, here it is. I have not watched this. I don't know what's coming. But folks, regardless of what we are going to listen to here, let's play a game in the comment section. It's called Spot the Lies. Now, we might be in a situation where he actually tells the truth. Or the question, because remember, folks, this is an interview. He's interviewed by his colleagues. All right, but let's see where this gets us.
Monday, April 8th, 2024, 11:09 a.m. We are inside a conference room located within the law offices of Todd and Weld, located at 1 Federal Street in Boston.
I thought it is it should be MSP interview, but it's the law office of his lawyer. Okay, now I get it.
I'm Detective Captain Eric Benson with the Massachusetts State Police. I'm joined here today by...
Good morning, Captain George Barris, Mass State Police.
Conducting an audio and a video recorded interview with, could you please say your name?
Trooper Michael Proctor, Proctor.
Oh yeah, at this point in time, he was still a trooper, but not for much longer. It still fills my heart with joy, knowing that not even the police union protected this person, Mr. Proctor. And folks, for you who know, I'm a union guy. I do labor and employment law. I'm contracted to a union. Out of all the unions, the most difficult one to deal with, it is the police union. They will fight to the bitter end for their own, except Proctor. He is that bad that the cop union decided, oh no, oh hell no, we are out of here. That's good to know because that hasn't yet happened at the time of this interview.
And you're joined today by your attorney. Could you please identify yourself?
Sure. Michael DiStefano, Distefano.
Thank you. And so, just to sort of be clear, this it was explained to you by your attorney that this is a voluntary interview. That this is not a compulsory interview. We're not compelling you to be here or to talk to us through a personnel investigation mechanism.
That's correct, sir. It's just voluntary.
Okay, thank you. And you're agreeing to speak with us voluntarily without union representation?
Yes, sir.
It was explained to you that you had the ability to have union representation here,
Yes, sir.
and you declined that.
I have, sir.
Oh, really?
Um,
Oh, yeah.
all right.
When they say union representation, they are not talking about Mr. DiStefano, who is here, the union attorney. Union representation means that it's the local union club. Their representative is not here. He has declined that. Usually, if you are unionized, you always have the right to have a union rep with you. I am one of those people. I'm one of those union reps that can be, with the union I'm contracted to, I can be the one in this room when something like this happens. Again, I'm a jurist, not a lawyer. And so he declined that. Not sure. This could mean one of two things. Either his local union rep did not, it might be that his local union rep is another person involved in the Karen Read trial. Or it can be that that person is not and told him, you're on your fucking own. You have a union lawyer.
Do you have any questions? Well, actually, before we get to that, have we ever had any extensive interaction throughout our careers that you're aware of?
No, sir.
That's my memory as well. In fact, I don't really ever have a memory of encountering you at all prior to today.
Yeah, this is for covering a basis by the claim here that MSB has no skin in the game, or they can conduct this interview unbiased or impartial. To that, after all that we know now, sure.
Wrong there?
No, this is the first time we've met, sir.
Okay. And Captain Barrios?
Yes, likewise. This is the first time I'm meeting Trooper Proctor as well.
Perfect. We're here today because we were asked by the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office to inquire or investigate your relationship with Julie and Christopher Albert. And that ask, to the best of my understanding, was in furtherance of the DA's office's obligation to fully disclose any exculpatory evidence or any evidence that could be considered to be exculpatory to defense counsel in advance of the trial of in the matter of Commonwealth v. Karen Read. So that's why we're here. And we've conducted a few interviews of various people in furtherance of that ask prior to today, and we're sitting down with you today for that purpose. This is not, as we indicated, in furtherance of any personnel investigation or internal affairs investigation, but this interview is going to be provided to the district attorney's office and to defense counsel, and anything in that sphere can be provided to internal affairs. Do you understand that, Judge?
I do, sir, yes.
Any questions about any of that by either of you before we?
No, sir.
Okay.
No.
So we'll get into it. Have you ever provided a recorded or transcribed account of your relationship with Julie and Christopher Albert in any judicial proceeding or to any prosecutor, member of law enforcement, defense attorney, or private investigator?
Yes, sir.
And when was that?
When I testified at the federal grand jury,
Yeah, and what did you say
And
back
when was
then?
that?
February 2nd.
February of this year,
Yes, sir.
2024. Okay. And did that testimony generally include questions about how long you've known Julie and Christopher Albert?
Yes, sir.
Did it include questions about how often you communicate with Julie and Christopher Albert,
Yes, sir.
and by what means?
Yes, sir.
Did that testimony include questions about occasions that you've socialized with and/or been in social settings with Julie and Christopher Albert?
It did, sir. Yes.
Did that testimony ever address whether or not Julie or Christopher Albert have ever been to your home?
It did, sir. Yes.
And did it address whether or not Julie Albert ever babysat your children?
Yes, sir.
And did it
For the record here, up until at least trial 1, and he didn't testify at trial 2. Michael Proctor claimed he had no close personal relationship with the Albert family. Now, apparently this interview here is after the MSP interviewed Chris and Julie Albert. I'm going to record that, but it will be interesting here because at this point in time, April of 2024, he vehemently denied being close to the Alberts. Let's see if he says something new here. I mean, it's not much left of the
involve
interview.
whether or not Julie Albert ever purchased a gift for you or your wife?
It did, sir. Yes.
And did it involve questions regarding whether or not you provided Julie or Christopher Albert with information regarding the death of John O'Keefe?
It did, sir. Yes.
Okay. Is there anything that you would like to add or clarify about your federal grand jury testimony regarding your relationship with Julie or Christopher Albert at this time?
No, sir. I don't have anything else to add from my statements and testimony from the federal grand jury.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, okay. I was a bit snarky before regarding this interviewer. Now this is more or less standard. He's giving Proctor an out here. Do you want to add anything or clarify anything? Proctor says no. And let's just say, when we watch the interviews with the Alberts in a later video, remember that, because they may or may not have had additional information. Not a complete spoiler. Imagine that. Way back in 2024, the Alberts may or may not have already started to throw Proctor under the bus. Feel good now, Proctor? Knowing that what you did for the McCabe's and Alberts, to them didn't mean a goddamn thing. You were just a tool. And now your life is ruined, your career is ruined, just because you listen to those twats.
Did Attorney DeStefano recently ask you to search your work and personal cell phones for text message communications with Julie and Christopher Albert?
Yes, sir.
And did this include a search for text message threads that Julie and/or Christopher Albert were part of, even if they didn't contribute to the conversation?
Yes, sir.
And what was the result of that search?
My phone, my work and personal phone, I set to auto delete after 30 days. So I was.
How fucking convenient to put both his work and his personal phone. Yeah, that's his phone. But his work phone? Folks, it should be through the Freedom of Information Act, through discovery, his work phone, a cop's work phone, it should be illegal to even think about setting it to auto-delete. That in itself, if the question is asked in front of a jury, was your work phone set at a auto-delete? And he says yes, or even not in front of a jury, in front of a judge, in a preliminary hearing, a pretrial hearing. Everything that cop is doing, any cop who has their phones on auto-delete should be automatically disqualified, including their part of an investigation, because they show that they are prepared to destroy evidence. A cop's work phone is one of their tools, like a gun. This is, for me, this is equivalent of a cop firing his gun and then boring out the barrel to delete, destroy evidence. For me, this is more or less the same thing. Absolutely despicable.
Unable to locate any messages.
Captain Darius,
I have no questions.
do you have anything further that you'd like to add, or any questions at all?
I don't, sir.
No, thank you.
Okay, if that's, if there are no further questions, we'll conclude the interview. The time now is 11:16 a.m., Monday, April 8th, 2024.
If there's one question I wish they have asked is, as we know with Proctor, he really likes his chat threads. I believe Proctor separates texts from chats. That is why he so easily can claim what he claims here. Now, to my knowledge, on his personal phone, in all the text messages they retrieved, I don't think they have found yet any personal text between him and the Alberts. But his work phone, auto-delete. Yeah, this is the entirety of the questions they had for him. Standard questions, giving him an out. He didn't take the out. But we know now that Proctor is a grade A Thunder steward. And him out of work, he deserves it. He should never have been a cop in the first place. Never. All right. This will be a series of videos regarding the interviews that has now been revealed with Chris Albert, believe Courtney, Julia Albert. Who else is in here? Proctor, Julie, Chris, and Courtney. Those are the interviews, which is Proctor's sister. It will be really interesting. Now, some of these are longer than the others. I believe Chris Albert's is the longest one. No, Julie Albert is the longest one. So Proctor's sisters will be a video, but I believe Chris Albert and Julie Albert I will do as a live stream. So we can still play the game of catch the lies. All right, folks. That is what I had for you. You all have a good one. And I will see you in the next stream or video. Bye-bye.
Santa Claus, riding in with the winter laws.